October 29th, Wednesday, the accurate start of world missions. Genesis 39:19-23. The warden paid no attention to anything under Joseph's care, because the Lord was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. Sometimes, challenges arise as you move forward with world missions. In those moments, it's easy to become shaken. When a great disaster struck Egypt, God had already prepared one person, Joseph, to deliver the gospel. However, Joseph ended up in prison. That, nonetheless, was the true beginning of world missions. His time in prison was accurately part of God's plan, directly connected to the dream of world evangelization. From the beginning, God had promised Abraham that he would carry out world missions. Every event that followed was a step towards the path of world evangelization. Later, God called Moses, who had been hiding in Midian for 40 years, to carry out the works of Exodus and display God's power. David spent decades fleeing for his life, but that was the time used to gather the disciples who would help establish 1,000 bartisans of prayer and prepare for temple construction. Israel was eventually taken captive by Babylon and then became a Roman colony. However, people from the 237 nations and 5,000 tribes, those who would stand against darkness and contagious diseases, had already arrived in these places. Then, what kind of answer must you receive and pass on? 1. The day your fate changes. Joseph was falsely accused and thrown into prison. That day, his entire fate shifted. It was also the day the prison warden's fate changed, and a new course was set to overcome disasters. 2. The day the field changes. Wherever evangelists and remnants go, even unbelievers can be blessed through them. The prison warden entrusted everything to Joseph because he saw the clear evidence that God was with him and that Joseph succeeded in all he did. 3. The day your future changes. God placed Joseph in the same prison where the king's officials were held. Through that, Joseph met the cupbearer. Likewise, the conflicts you face will be the time world disasters are overcome. What you hold on to now through the covenant is meant to stop the disasters of this age. As the doors to the 237 nations open according to God's time schedule, the doors to the 5,000 tribes will also open. Through RU, you must lead the evangelism movement. You must also establish teams of 5, build a structure of elders, senior deaconesses, and remnants who connect in prayer and evangelism with churches, and go on to spiritually care for each nation. Dear God, please pour new grace upon me and power throughout this week. May new power to carry out world evangelization be revealed. In Jesus Christ's name I pray, Amen.